Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Let's go!
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We had a couple of guests here for the show today. Rove McManus.
I am one of the guests.
There he is, and Dave Callan.
I am the other one.
Well, you guys joining in for a game of lab assistance today. How did you find that?
Look, I was surprised that the fact I even got one question right at the risk of spoiling anything.
Yeah.
But the callers were great.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
So
very
we
good.
are the assistants, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a worthy
Yeah.
title because these two came in all guns a blazing and they knew their stuff.
We just basically.
I was going to say they knew their shit,
Yeah.
but I don't know what
That's
that is
okay.
on the
It's
periodic
podcast.
table.
You can say shit. Let's all say it. 1, 2, 3. Shit. It's a great time had. We just have general chit chat, like mums with a cup of tea sitting on a lino floor. And then Dave pulls the story literally out of his back pocket.
It's a cautionary tale about masks, everybody.
Are you got a weak stomach? Do not listen to that bit.
Earlier on this morning, we talked about people who go hard at all you can eat. You're going to love this story about a lady who
You
just
love a
ate a
buffet?
heap of sushi.
Yeah.
Sushi,
And
that's a big risk.
there's a little bit of tension in Harry, who presses the buttons for us, in his household.
Okay, let's get your opinion, right?
Of course.
4 bedrooms.
Harry's wrong.
Right? So 4 bedrooms, right? 4 guys living in a share house.
Yep.
One person has air conditioning in their bedroom. They
And
have it on
cranks it.
all the time, but they don't pay any more for electricity. Discuss.
Is the door open to share it with the
No.
rest of
No.
the house?
No, closed.
Doors closed.
And right, sometimes he's not even in there to use it. He's just got it
Wow.
on.
No.
Oh, then yes.
Cooling his room.
It eats up that electricity bill. I would say yes.
Yes.
Pay more.
All right.
Yep.
We talk about
Is it
dating
you?
injustice and others.
No, Harry's the victim in this, not the perpetrator.
Victim, are you the
Yeah.
victim? Do you not get any of the nice, cool air?
No,
No.
Oh, that's so cool.
And we sort of
shouldn't
guessed
have
he's a
left him in
victim.
my
When you
car
looked
this
at Harry, you just go victim, don't you?
Come and get me. Come and get me.
Enjoy.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Rove McManus and Dave Callan.
Oh, yeah.
hello, gents.
Oh, yeah.
You two, is there something going on? Because you've been spotted around town, going to movie premieres together.
Yes, we
Tongues will wag.
Oh,
No.
what's
There's been a lot of
happening?
mandates going on.
Yeah, I've been arm candy for this man for a few months now. And it's all. I think it's all the kind of the nerdy stuff and the stuff that maybe Tasma's like. You boys go off.
But then
feels
also
like to
Dave's
me.
been doing regular play dates. His mum actually dropped him at my house. It was like
yeah.
it's like times have not changed
Yeah,
It's so cool.
last week.
It was almost like we'd regressed. I think because when we were in our 20s, I was driving myself to your
true.
house, and now Mum's dropping me off, giving me a kiss on the cheek and a little packed lunch.
Oh, please, the day that he rocks around on his BMX, please take a photo of it. I need to see it.
He's got the genuine spooky dokies. I've just got
the car
cardboard
with
and
a
a clothes peg.
Not good. Hey, what's some of the
works
geeky things that you've been doing together for mandates?
Oh,
Well, we've actually been going through. We've been running our jokes past each other. We've been bouncing off ideas and
Because you've both got Fringe shows, of
yes,
course.
we do. Mm-hmm. So just basically. Well, we've been meant to be doing that. We go out into my backyard. There's we've got a table
Trampoline.
back there. There is a trampoline, and then we play with the dog, and then we eat
slide
snacks,
goes into the sand pit.
and then it's like 5 minutes till we have to go, and then it's like my mum's coming to pick me up, and then we better get to work and make it look like
Mum's
we did
out the
something.
front honking the horn.
yeah. And we're just eating cheese the whole time.
And one night we stayed up till 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Whoa.
Yeah,
They got up early and watched Rage together.
absolutely. Oh, you got to get the countdown.
But we did used to do that back in the day. We'd stay up till Rage was on. We'd watch Letterman at
That was it. You'd go
midnight.
we'd do a club gig, then we'd go to Fast Eddie's afterwards, and because we were in our 20s, we would eat nachos and
Well, you
banana
could.
splits.
I think I pulled the ripcord, I believe. Anyway.
Because your metabolisms could handle really not bad food, but very heavy calories at 10 o'clock at night, and then we'd go back usually to my place or my mum's place, and then we'd watch Letterman at like 11:30 at night
Because you
you
usually
had to be home to watch it.
when watching Rage, you'd realise it was time to go to bed when you started recognising the songs. Okay, wait, we're getting to the top 50 here.
They stop being obscure. Yes. That's it.
Hey, can I ask, Dave, you clearly didn't go along with Rove up to Carragini when it must have been 1,000 degrees over this
How
past
would you
period.
handle
Yowza.
the heat? I feel like you're like a dog. Like you can't. Like, can you sweat? You can sweat. And actually, that's true. I've seen you sweat.
I just
pants
shake
a lot.
like this.
But like, my dog can't handle the heat for too long. I feel that would be like you.
Rove,
Yeah.
Rove, my family bought an Alaskan Malamute and took it to Kalgoorlie.
Oh,
What?
they're not supposed to be in that part of
Yeah.
the world.
No, the Alaskan
no.
bit gives that
Can they
away.
even handle that?
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't move much. She was like,
Oh, bless.
She had a lot of ice
Well,
cream.
apparently dogs like that, the fur acts as like sort of
Yeah,
insulation.
yes.
So
Yes,
it's one of
that's
those.
right.
Keeps
Pink
you
bats.
warm in the winter and cool
Yeah.
in the summer.
My dog's like that.
And
Yep.
My
there was a
head's
guy
like
I knew who had it was a border collie. It's a similar idea that their fur acts as insulation. He went away and his wife was looking after it in the summer and went, "Oh, this is ridiculously hot for a dog like this," and shaved the dog.
Yes.
And then next time it was at the park, it fainted because it
No
overheated.
insulation.
And that's all anybody talked about for like the next 12 months was just like, I want to hear about
I would
Gary's
love to see a
Mississippi
video
dog.
of a bald
faint.
dog fainting. Or at least on
Probably it was just like, oh my God, all my friends are here. I'm just going to, I am
Yes,
so
I'm so
sleepy.
embarrassed.
And
Yeah,
just fall
so,
over.
Dave, I'm going to say you are not a heat person.
No.
You're a
But
we're
winter
not going to
person.
shave you
Well,
down.
he's like,
We've learned
he's
from that.
Irish. Of course
Yes,
he's not.
yes.
Yeah, I'm from a very
He's used
cold.
to peat.
I am
And
peat
bogs.
bogs. Yeah. And shamrocks. What other racist?
potatoes.
I do like potatoes.
So Rove, Carragini, you were there
Yes.
just a few weeks ago.
Yes, it was very hot.
How hot was it?
It got close to like, it was like mid 40s.
Yeah.
What do you do in
Why
that?
at this time of year though? Like, because everyone's
it's
heading
quiet
down
because
south.
it's too hot. Told Harry I was going. He's like, oh, what are you? Wait a minute, what now? You're going now? I went in the middle of the year and it was ridiculously hot. So, but it was great because there was no one around.
Sure.
And you could have a gorge to yourself, which is
Oh.
always
Yes.
lovely. But you get to the end of the day and you're like, oh, that's right. There's no ocean near here, so there's no
No.
sea breeze, and it gets down to like a balmy 32, and you're like, oh, this is fantastic. I'm in heaven.
What do you do
How do you sleep?
You struggle to sleep.
Yep.
And then you freak out when you get up to do, because you can't sneak up to do a wee in the middle of the night because there's zips everywhere.
Who are you
So you-
sneaking up on?
Oh, you were glamping, right?
That's a great
Yes,
call.
so you get like a tent. This is at the eco retreat thing. You get a tent, but it's just on a concrete slab. You get beds, and then the bathroom's outside, and then the whole thing's surrounded with like the canvas tenting. And to get in and out of that is zips, of course.
Yeah.
But to try to sneak past, so you're not waking up your partner.
Trying to sneak past Nicole Kidman in white robes with instant action.
There's you got to get the zips. You got to zip, and then the ones I got to get off my mask and things. It's just
And the slower you do a zip, the more noise
Oh,
it does.
exactly.
That's true.
And then there was frogs in the toilet, which I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah.
I feel so guilty.
What do you go there to do, though? What is it?
you
What, in the
Louise.
toilet?
you go for bushwalks, a lot of trekking
Yeah.
through amazing gorges, and obviously, you would have seen them on my Instagram. I didn't get a like, but that's okay. No, it's all my sense. But there's beautiful landscapes. That's what it is. And you do a lot of walking around. And I saw a dingo, which was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And I saw a massive bustard, which is
Dave.
a type. It's a type
see
of
him too.
bird. It's like it's
bustard.
like a giant. It's in the turkey family, but it's like
Yes.
half the size of an emu.
Is
They're
it like
huge.
a cassowary
It
aggressive,
is-
or is it quite friendly?
No,
Is it
it's
nice?
quite. Well, they're very timid, so this one
Okay.
flew away. But
Oh.
that to me, I got
They
very
can
excited.
fly, and they're that big.
Well, like a cassowary can't fly. How dare you, Irish man?
No, but I'm saying these birds can.
Yes, they can fly. They
Isn't
have,
that terrifying if they're that big?
yes, especially if you've got
the
a
size of
car
an
and
emu.
they.
Well, if we know that
drop a
big
pin
birds
on
like that
racist.
can fly, we know the other ones can, but just
Yeah, just
choosing
aren't.
not to.
Yeah, they're lazy.
Right.
I was on a plane once and they couldn't take off because there was a bird in the plane.
In it.
And I was like, how lazy is that bird? Because if it's flying around, you know when a bird, like the most exciting day at school was when a bird got stuck in the classroom. Like a bird on a plane.
It's like all
Imagine.
those guys in the Middle East that are catching flights with their falcons.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I would love a
best.
falcon.
Imagine getting to the other side and going, oh no, now I have to make a whole bunch of new friends. It's like changing schools. when I was a kid.
right.
Oh no, here's my papers, by the way. I'm allowed to officially immigrate to Melbourne.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to What If It.
Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, Select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Lab reports, blood tests. Somebody blew out a fuse in the lab. You're a laboratory experiment.
I need my lab assistance, please.
These guys consider themselves to be pretty good detectives. You can be a detective too. Just check out SciTech's Top Secret Licensed to Spy exhibition on now at SciTech City West.
All right, we're about to play Lab Assistant, everybody, where someone will score the chance to win $5,000 on Friday when we're going to be live from SciTech.
Madison from Canning Vale is going to play. Good morning to you, Madison.
Morning.
Hi, Madison. Now, Madison, you're going to be going against Jason from Pearsall. Hi, Jason.
How you going? All right?
Yeah, great.
Jason's
Very
pumped.
exciting time.
Sounds like science is his jam.
Very exciting time today
Yeah.
because you guys will be partnered with Dave Callan or Rove McManus. But Madison, I think we'll give you the first chance
you were the
to
first
pick your
one
lab
through.
assistant.
Do you want Rove or do you want Dave Callan?
I'll take Dave.
I did not expect that. I expected to be like I felt when I was picked for basketball at Chisholm College, always last.
Dave, no one expected that. I looked at you and thought slops.
I like that it was also you can choose Rove or you can choose Dave Callan and you
Yes.
get your surname. That happened
Oh,
the other
yeah.
day when you were coming over.
Well, you're
and-
like Madonna.
Oh,
You're
that's true.
just
Exactly.
There's only one Rove.
But like we
There's
mentioned
lots of Daves.
Dave Callan at the house the other day, and Ruby, our daughter, was like, "You mean Dave?" She said, "Just say Dave. Everyone knows who you mean."
Oh,
There you
that
go.
means I'm the pole position Dave.
Oh,
I'm
Dave's
number
seen,
one
Dave's
Dave.
seen the very exclusive fairy garden at the house, but
It's
anyway,
amazing.
That's another story.
Jason, very
Is that gonna
exciting for
come up in
you.
this question?
You've scored the short straw, Rove McManus.
Jason and I meant to be, bud. You ready? I feel like you're
Nothing
on.
wrong with Rove, mate. You're good, mate.
There is
All right.
true. Rove, you're right.
Respect.
Today's special subject is chemistry.
Chemistry. Jason, what do you do for a crust?
I had a mathematics, but I used to be the head of science at high school as well.
Hang on. Don't get ahead of yourself. We don't.
you believe
Madison
in
might
miracles?
be a chemistry professor.
Can I switch teams?
We don't know what Madison does.
What do you do for a living?
I just graduated high school. I did physics and biology, but I hated chemistry.
Oh, no! But you still know
It's
about
front of mind. It's front of mind.
But it's this front of mine.
Yeah.
I reckon we got
This
this.
is going to be great.
Oh, my God, this
Jeez.
is everything. This is
Jason, I know what a flux capacitor is. That comes up, we're good to go.
anything to do with
It's time and relative dimensions.
All right. Here's what's going to happen. We are going to give you a minute for each team to answer as many questions as possible. You'll be taking turns, so you can only answer the question that's directed to you. If you don't know the answer, you are free to pass at any time. Madison and Dave, you are going to be going first.
I think it's safe to say we are the underdogs. I feel like I'm in the Mighty Ducks.
Hey,
Madison,
hey.
we got this though.
No, you
Hey,
get a
we
flying
don't know.
V.
Madison
Yeah,
could be
no.
the smartest person we
That's right.
we don't know
Yes.
Madison.
She hates chemistry, we know this.
No, but like,
She
maybe
has to
hate
retain
that
something.
that's good at
Question
it.
one, what sucks about chemistry the most? There you go.
Oh, that's
She'll
good.
have
That would work.
All right, Madison and Dave, we're going to put 60 seconds on your clock and
think-
your time.
Oh.
Hang on, wait. Madison, you're going to answer the first question, okay?
Yep.
So the first one's to you.
Okay.
You
All
go
right.
back and forth,
Alternate
Dave.
questions.
Yeah,
Alternate questions.
right.
Okay.
Your time starts now.
Good luck, Madison.
Beginning with H, what is the first element on the periodic table?
Hydrogen.
Correct. Dave, which metal is as strong as steel but half the weight?
Nickel.
Titanium.
Superman.
Madison, water boils at what temperature?
100 Celsius.
Correct. Dave, glass is made out of what?
Glass is made out of sand.
Yes! Madison, what
got
is the
one.
main gas found in the air we breathe?
Yuck.
Oxygen.
Dad.
No, it's nitrogen, unfortunately, which is commonly known as the most widely used metal, Dave.
I would have to say that would be gold.
No, it's iron. K is the chemical symbol for which element, Madison?
Potassium.
Correct. What is the centre of an atom called, Dave?
The nucleus.
Correct.
Yeah.
What is the chemical formula for water?
H2O.
Correct. Sharing. Okay.
No,
What's going on?
No, you started, so you'll finish. I heard that on quiz show. once.
Cher. Cher was married to who? How many did we get there?
Six.
Madison,
That is
that
an
was amazing.
effort.
And Dave,
And
well
Dave,
done.
you got a couple.
You know?
I want to live in some of these buildings made of gold that are getting built.
All right,
Oh,
everyone.
that
This
was a
is
silly moment.
this is really interesting. This is student
Yes.
now goes against teacher.
Yes.
Jason
All right,
from Pearsall.
Jason.
Hi, Jace.
We are the Jedi
Yeah.
Masters, hopefully. to
Jace,
these
did you
young
know a lot of
Padawans.
those questions?
Yeah, I knew pretty much all of those.
Yeah.
Right.
Good,
right,
because
okay.
I did not. As soon as the first one, I was like, it's hydrogen? Like, it is not hydrogen. Okay, good night, everybody. Jason,
same
good luck,
thing.
mate.
Same
I
thing.
apologise in advance.
We're going to start with you, Jason, with
I'm going
the
to
60
stand up.
seconds.
I don't know that makes a difference.
All right. If you don't know the question, if you don't know the answer, you can pass, and then we'll be going back and forth. You and Rove, you and Rove. Let's get 60 seconds on the clock.
Just got 1,000 animal noises in my head. Okay.
Your time starts now.
Sharing its name with a planet, what is the only metal that is in liquid form at room temperature?
Mercury.
Correct. What is nitrous oxide more commonly known as, Rove?
Laughing gas.
Correct. Starting with R, what is another name for oxidization of iron, Jason?
Rust.
Yes.
Rusting.
Ernest Rutherford, the father of nuclear physics, was born in which sheep-ridden country, Rove?
England.
No, it was New Zealand.
I'm sure doing all right, Jason.
What is the chemical symbol for gold?
AU.
Correct.
Aussiest of metals.
What is the only letter not appearing on the periodic table, Rove?
X.
J. Which metal has the highest melting point? Jason.
I don't know.
10 seconds.
I don't know.
You can pass. It's tungsten. Dmitry Mendeleev first published which table, Rove?
The periodic table.
Correct. Atoms of the same chemical element that have different atomic mass.
Isotopes.
No!
We got a draw!
Jason, you
Okay.
little AU nugget, you.
Now, what's going to happen, guys, in the draw situation is we're going to take the lab assistants out and we're just going to go Madison versus Jason in one question.
You're better off without me. I thought nitrous oxide was more commonly known as nangs.
Why do we physically have to leave?
No, you don't have to.
Dave's like literally in an Uber
I
leaving.
was gonna, I was halfway into it.
All right, so Madison, hello.
He's got a show to do tonight, guys.
Hi, Madison. Madison, you're going to be going against Jason. Natalie, pick one question.
I know.
I remember
It's
these two are
tough.
geniuses.
Good luck,
Okay,
Jason.
we'll go with that
Jason's
one.
in the zone. I'm
So
feeling
we're going
good.
to ask the question. If you know the answer, you need to buzz in with your name. If you get it right, you
Yes.
win.
You win.
You get it wrong, your opponent wins. Okay. Let's test your buzzers, Madison.
Madison.
Lovely,
Jason.
Jason.
All right, everyone.
All right.
This is for the win
don't know
to
where
come
to
to
look.
SciTech on Friday and possibly bringing your own lab assistant. Take out $5,000.
Okay.
Good luck, Madison.
Go, Jason.
What is the common name for phenol?
He knows.
That's all right.
Okay, that was carbolic acid.
Of course it was.
We're going to go on to our next one.
Yep, okay, here we go. Which mineral is made using plaster and paper?
Paris.
Close. No, that was gypsum. Okay,
I was
here
gonna
we
say
go.
paper
You
mache.
can't say that now. You can't say that anymore.
We-
It's member of
They're
the
called
travelers.
travelers. They're called travelers, Natalie.
okay. What orbits the nucleus of an atom?
Jason.
Madison.
Jason?
Oh, electron.
Yes. We got there. Madison, you put up a valiant fight.
well done, Madison.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We've got Rove McManus and Dave Callan in the house today.
Yeah.
And the reason that you guys are here is you've got Fringe shows
Yes.
to promote.
I'm lazy and doing
15 minutes.
few shows. Dave is doing many shows.
Yeah.
Pick the university student that needs money.
Look, Dave is already underway. We have discussed the show. It's a wonderful piece, taking the idea that he has found a long-lost Christmas special from 1977 and is playing it for the entire audience.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I found a cassette tape in like an op shop, and it's got like a bit of gaffer tape says Des Kettle 77 special. So it's the world's first found footage festival show.
Oh, really? I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah. So I come out in a cream suit and I pretend to be this character who's a cross between Terry Wogan and my dad. A tale of two Terrys. And he's very daggy and based on the guy who used to host the Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh, yeah.
That guy, yeah. So there's video segments. I interview
You've
a
got
time
dancers.
traveler. There's a dance troupe called Hot Bovril.
Where'd you get your dancers from? Did you hold auditions?
He's got dancers on tap. He's
He's got
like a hotline to dancers.
Yeah. And I've got,
at one point, one of those dancers was me, I'll have you know. Yes, it was.
Rove's amazing. Rove got, and I think the key to dance is to really be passionate and to really want to do it and to love the development that you go through when you do it. And Rove was on board. There's a lot of points you hit when you're learning choreography where you go, stuff this. But Rove pushed through those sticking points, and he is actually a great dancer.
And that's why he was one of the breakout stars of Dance Mums.
That's right.
Yeah. He did such a great job with you.
I'm now at an age where I would be on a show called So You Think You Can Pull a Hamstring Walking the Dog. But for a while there, I was looking pretty good.
It seems really creative. This is coming out of your little head.
Out of my little tent and noggin.
Yeah.
And mine would be talking for an hour.
I missed that.
So
you just reading the paper.
Has your dad built a special set for you?
No, I have not.
Because Dave, your dad helped you build a set?
Yeah, there's a trick where we make a guy teleport across the room from one box to another, and my dad helped me make the boxes.
And was an integral
Callan.
part of trying to help with the creative of some of the aspects of the show too.
Yeah.
Has he been to see the show yet?
No, he hasn't. He's coming on Thursday.
Oh, how exciting.
Dave's mum and I are going as a date
Yes.
to go and see at some point during the week.
Do you reckon she'll put out?
Yes. Nathan!
We're all
Don't you
thinking.
talk about
Of course
Kathy
she
Callan.
will. Of course she will.
Kathy Callan is a saint.
You would
Jesus.
question
Well, we know
that.
she's done it at least once.
I will not go there. I have too much respect for that fine, fine woman. My goodness, I do not know where to look.
I shall not be coming back here again. I shall be taking my business to Basil's
Don't look at your stepson anyway.
Yes, I am your new father now.
Dave, I'm your father.
But
Rove, you haven't said your show's when? February
5th, across
5th.
the road at the Regal.
Oh, February 5th.
Loosey Goosey, it's
Loosey-goosey.
called.
The day the borders come down.
Yeah, I know, right? So I did the launch for the festival, and a lot of the questions from the press on the media day was like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen February 5th? And I'm like, my show opens. It'll be great. Look, it's a bit of just stand-up silliness from me. But usually what happens is you get a strict hour, and when you're doing a stand-up show, and you have to get off because the next person has to come on. And I just like the idea of mucking around a bit and being in the moment, which has sort of been
Well, it's called
happening a lot.
loosey-goosey. It makes sense.
So there are moments in the show that will sort of go off the rails, and as it moves around the country, hopefully it becomes a different beast every time. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's exciting.
Nice.
And also, February 5th, so how long is the show running for, yours?
It'll be, a week.
A week. And that's great because usually it'll probably take a week for most West Australians to get COVID. So
Yeah.
I think that you're going to be safe.
Yeah, the idea that this will be my first time performing, I'm guessing nothing's going to change, it'll be performing in front of an audience wearing masks.
Oh, it's bad that you can't tell. We've done some shows in front of people with masks on, and it's just like, are you enjoying yourself? Are you having fun?
How have you gone with Dave?
Yeah, they had to have masks on last night, and it's kind of weird because their little laughs are muffled. They're like, but they're there and they're having a good time. You can see it in their eyes, like their eyes are smiling and laughing, but their mouths are covered with cloth.
That's right. Just got to make the most of it, don't you?
And just as long as people understand what kind of mask it needs to be, just the normal sort of safety mask. No, you don't want an audience full of.
I actually do.
That would actually be awesome.
This is highly entertaining.
Bring on the last guy.
So are we going to see, I love a crossover episode, right? Are we going to see a bit of Rove and yours and you and Rove's?
I wouldn't rule it out, knowing us.
We're a bit of a Venn diagram. I learned that at Chisholm Catholic College.
That should have come up in the science question.
If only.
I would
Although
like
it's
to think we could do something.
Yep.
Again, I've seen when Dave does a dance, there's something inside me that just kicks in.
Oh.
And his last show, I almost felt the need to get up because I remembered some of the moves.
Do you want to do a dance show? We can be like...
I thought you never asked.
like,
He's on bended knee. You can't see this right now.
we could be like Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, that'd be great. You know what we should do? Here's what we need to do.
Yes.
I'll do your show first.
Okay.
We'll pretend to have some kind of spat, a bit of a fisticuffs fight, not talk for ages. We'll spread rumours about how
there's a rift.
There's a rift between the
like the Bachelorette and Abby.
and then we'll reunite at my show. Someone can
with
come
a dance
out,
spectacular.
and then we'll do a dance spectacular.
Oh, yeah. We could do a dance-off to beat it. Ding, ding, click, 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 click. And then you could be the guy in the white puffer jacket. I see you as that. And you need a fake moustache.
Yeah, because there's no real moustache coming out
What
of
you're
this
seeing
place.
right now is the creativity that happened in Rove's backyard while creating a Fringe show.
And Dave's mum's outside waiting
just
to pick him up.
imagine Kathy Callan in the car.
And Dave's just been double bounced.
And we're spraying Glen 20 in the air.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
Rove and Dave are still here because we need to discuss something.
We heard a big story.
Dave.
Dave just told us a story
Anybody
that
right
rocked us.
now walking around the Perth or Peel
Oh, and the Southwest now as well.
Now, look, COVID laws mean that when we are outside of this studio, we all have to wear masks, right? To get into the building, Dave and Rove had to show their digital certificates for getting their COVID, getting their vaccines. Yep. And then once we get in here, when we're broadcasting, we don't have to wear masks. So when we're just doing some photos over by the photo wall, Tim, the bin chicken, came in and said, "Can you guys put your masks on for the photos?" No worries, to show that we're COVID safe. And then Dave tells us a story.
I woke up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hello. I woke up and that was the alarm that woke me up. And I got out of my house, got on the Red Cat bus, and the driver's like, "Hey, you, do you have a mask?" And I said, "Oh no, sorry. I just live over there, so I'll go back get my mask and I'll wait for the next one. No bother. That's the rules." I just forgot. And the guy goes, "Don't worry, mate. I've got one here." And I thought, how neighbourly, how lovely. I open the mask and I look in it. And it's got snot in the mask. I'm like, and my relief at being on time for my appointment disappeared because I'm like,
so what a dilemma.
Yeah,
so you could wait for the next bus and go and get your own mask.
And be late.
Or you could be on time, take the bus that you're already on and use the mask that's been given to you that has snot on the inside.
So everybody, drum roll please.
Yeah.
What did Dave Callan do?
What would you do at home? I put the mask on my face.
Now, that's the wrong answer.
We were showing the mask because Dave goes,
he
"Wait
still
there,
has it."
I've got it."
Nobody
with
believes me.
Harry, who's standing here with me pressing the buttons. Harry, you have not seen the mask yet. Dave,
this, Harry.
Please, would you like to unveil the mask to Harry?
You think he's exaggerating about the snot?
Oh my God!
A big glunk of yellow snot.
But aren't these
Stop
things?
carrying that around.
Masks are
Why are you
designed.
putting it back in your pocket?
I don't know. I don't know. The masks are designed to keep those germs away from you.
Yeah, that's right. I was not smear them on you.
Yeah, and someone said, "Why didn't you put it inside out?" I'm like, because people would think it was my snot.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, look at old mate snotty nose.
That's one way to make sure people don't sit near you.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been good. So, and then I got on. I realized I put my hand in my back pocket and I realized I had my own mask after all. But then get this. I'm such a polite person. I didn't take it off until he was out of my eyesight because I didn't want to offend him.
Yeah, I was thinking.
How long was the mask on? How long was snot on your face? Another person's snot.
He got in the first carriage of the train, and I had to walk all the way down to the back of the train before I took the mask off. And the Red Cat was about 5 minutes, so that was about 8 minutes all up.
So there would be another decision there as well. It's like, where do I position the snot in the mask? Do I put it on my beard or do I put it back in my nose? Where did you go with?
That's a very good question.
I went snot on nose. I went nose on nose.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
We'd like to welcome to the show Harry. Hello, Harry.
Morning.
Press the buttons here. You hear him on air. Harry lives in a share house.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
How many boys?
4 of us.
Four boys. And you know what? It's so exciting when one of Harry's housemates suddenly joined the Nova family. And we've got him on the phone right now. Driz works here now as well. Hello, Driz.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Driz.
For Driz.
Driz. So, Driz, there's a fair few activities happening in your house, don't they?
a fair few activities go on here, yes.
Yeah.
I think most recently Harry and I had a bit of mini putt going on here, which we played for about 5 hours over the holidays, which was great.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun. It was a good time. And there's been some issues that have arisen over in the past. I mean, recently we found out that you've been using Harry's sheets.
Yes, I did accidentally get Harry's light brown sheets instead of my darker brown sheets out of the cupboard.
Great colour. With boys and brown sheets. But they didn't, you have a different size bed, Driz. They didn't fit. It was pretty obvious when you put them on that they weren't yours.
No, I thought they'd grown a little bit in the wash, yeah.
Because that happens.
Because Harry said the same thing happens when you put his jocks on accidentally. There's heaps of room. And then, you should know because they're falling off.
No, Driz, thanks for washing those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. But, hey, Driz, how is the heat happening at the moment? How's that going in the house?
Really hot night last night.
How's it going?
Look, I tell you what, I think this house would have been made in about the 80s, and it has the opposite of what I think insulation is. So, in summer it gets very, very warm, all except for my room.
For your room.
Harry was telling us about the heat in the house because we are concerned about any of our fellow workers that don't have access to air conditioning. Because Harry, your room is so hot.
It's a pizza oven. You can turn the fan on, but it becomes a fan-forced oven up there.
And all the bedrooms are upstairs, so it's stinking hot.
All four.
Yep.
Yep.
So, Harry, you've told us that Driz has an air conditioner in his room.
Driz has aircon and he loves to use it.
Why don't you get in there and spoon with him? They're your sheets anyway.
I'm tempted to lie by his bedroom door with a pillow.
You can feel the cool breeze coming out of the crack.
Rushes out.
So how did Driz get that? Clearly the best room in the house, clearly.
I remember doing the negotiations for the rooms. Eddie got the big master. I think I went for one of the cheaper ones on the end. And then, Luke snagged aircon. It must have been a cool day when that happened because no one was thinking about the heat.
Is Driz, are you paying more rent?
I'm paying a little bit more rent than
but that's for the
Harry
that's
and
for the
Rice.
size of the room.
Yeah.
That's for sizes of rooms, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. With a little bit of aircon factored in.
Well, we were asking Harry. We said, so wait there. Obviously, Driz chucks in a whole lot more money for the electricity bill because you've got the aircon pumping the whole time. Driz, is that true?
It sort of builds up over the year, Nathan, I think, in the extra rent that I pay. We accumulate that money into the summer months and it all pays itself. It works itself out.
I have to be honest. Harry had no problem with this. And we said, no, we have a problem with this. You cannot have the air conditioner on, Driz, and not be putting more money in for the electricity bill. I agree.
Well, I know that the electricity bill at my house, particularly in summer, goes bananas. Thank God I've got solar
You're not
these
in a
days,
share house, though. They're your family.
Yeah, but yes, I would be lying. Someone's going to have to. You've got the aircon in your house.
It really does tick the power bill up too. It's not like it's $20 extra.
Hang on, Driz. What about the other day when you were the aircon was on and you were just downstairs, not even in your room, cooling it down?
Driz.
I needed some pre-cool.
Oh, sorry.
He's smart guy.
You know what? This, if you don't realise what's happening right now, Driz, this is an intervention by three people that it's got nothing to do with the issue.
That's right.
But upon principle, I lived in a situation like this. One of my housemates back at uni, she had a bedroom exactly like you, Driz, the only air conditioner in the place. And we made a rule that she could not turn her air conditioner on in the heat unless she was going to put in more money. And we had no money back then, so the only option was she couldn't turn her air conditioner on. Driz?
No comment.
Needs to speak to his lawyer first.
This is good. The housemates are listening in, so this might be the end of it, Driz.
Harry,
you're going to get an invoice today, Driz.
You had no problem with this at the start of this conversation yesterday, but how do you feel now with our arguments?
When you guys, use the power of you three and put your heads together, I'm in. And I've got some other issues we might need solving as well down the track.
All right, Harry, you do have to admit that it's a little bit generous to let you every morning walk past with a little crack underneath the door. You can at least cool your feet on the way into work.
Oh, that is really generous of you, Drew.
Yeah, that is generous.
Can you just please let Harry push his face against your little crack?
I think probably if you start paying, you're allowed to put a draft excluder to stop that from happening.
Or how about we chuck this into the mix? It's going to be a pretty long, hot summer, yeah?
Yes.
If you don't start paying, then I think each week someone gets to sleep in your room.
A
and
rotation.
You do a room rotation. Harry?
No, I don't want
BYO
to.
sheets.
Yeah, his bed's too small.
They're your sheets.
Yeah.
There's plenty of floor space.
It's plenty of
yeah.
floor
What
space.
mattress out?
Hang on, what about winter? Do you pump the heater on that thing or what, Driz?
No, I just borrow more of your sheets.
Nice and cozy.
He puts 4 pairs of your jocks on during that time.
Thanks,
Very
Driz.
cold groin area, Driz has. All right, we'd, thank you so much, Driz. We would
Thanks,
like
guys.
to speak to... Thanks, guys. He thanked us for that.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
We are the show with solutions. We are here for interventions, things that are unfair in your household. Bring them to the table and we'll see what we can do about it.
Here's Pauline. Good morning, Pauline.
Morning.
Hi, Pauline.
All right.
Hi,
Talk us
guys.
through the issue, Pauline.
So I have 2 boys who I'm not sure what the terms are, but they mine computers. One of them, the oldest, does a lot more mining than the youngest one.
Yeah.
Every month or whatever it is, your quarter, you get your bill. Our average house bill would be about $400 or $500. At the moment,
Whoa.
it's gone up to $1,200 to $1,400.
Wait there. Sorry, what?
Is it a game they're playing?
No,
You're
they're,
talking about?
is it like mining
they're
crypto
mining.
kind of stuff?
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. There's another name for it, but I'm not too sure. So they're disputing the bill, and I'm like, well, hang on a minute. We normally pay this much, so every, whatever it is, quarter. Anything after that, you two need to sort out. And they still haven't paid anything back, and slowly we're, come to terms that if we keep pushing them, we're going to turn off the internet and turn the power off.
Yeah,
Of course you are. Are they
Pauline.
making any coin on this crypto?
They are, yes, they are. It's
So-
not actually crypto. It's called something else, it's like that. But yeah, they've got their rig set up. My whole games room is full of these computers. It's unbelievable.
So if
And,
they're making
yeah.
money, though, why
it
aren't they
NFTs?
contributing?
Well, they're starting, so they have actually paid some off. So
But they still owe you quite a significant
they still
amount,
owe.
Pauline.
Yeah, they still. Yeah, definitely.
You know what's funny with kids though? They
don't get it.
they never get it. But this is so funny. This happens a bit at my house. Hey, Dad, you owed me. Mum owes me $20 or $50 or
Mum
something.
owes you nothing.
You put it in my account. So you got to put it in their account in 2 seconds, and then when it's the other way around, like for a phone bill or something along those lines, they pay you 3 months later.
Yeah.
My favourite thing is seeing someone that has just moved out from their parents' house, right? Okay, if anyone knows anyone that's just moved out from their parents' house, go over to their house and turn a light on unnecessarily. And watch them dive at the wall to turn it off because they now know how much electricity costs. How old are your sons?
24 and 22.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Pay Pauline.
Yes.
Pay Pauline. Pay Pauline.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Right now, we're talking about injustices in households. From our friend Harry, who another workmate of ours, Driz. They live together. Harry does not have air conditioning. How hot was last night?
It
was
was
26,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
minimum of 26.
So there's 4 rooms, 4 housemates in that house. Driz is the only one that's got air conditioner in his bedroom.
And he cranks it all
He cranks
the
it
time.
all the time, but yet does not pay any more in electricity.
And you know what? That bill's coming hard.
And you know what that
It
is?
is coming
It's an
hard.
injustice.
It's an injustice.
And we're here to stop it. Sharon's in Gin. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Good,
Sharon.
Shaz.
Hi, Sharon.
Okay, what's going
Hi.
on in your household that you need to tell us about?
Okay, so I have a granny flat on my place and my mum lives there, and she constantly hoses down everything. And when I say everything, I mean concrete footpaths, wooden decks, walls on the building, to the extent that I get $1,000 water bills.
Oh, Sharon, I feel that pain, mate. That's horrendous. That's
I'm gonna
horrendous.
say, I just love, and I've seen it so often.
I know.
Why do old people water the concrete?
I know.
Is she hosing down like the dust and stuff, all the dirt off there, obviously, Sharon?
I don't know, I bought her one of those air blowers thinking,
Yeah.
that would work.
Yep.
But she waters and then she blows the water off the
So she thinks it's a dryer. Sharon. So how are we going to combat this? Can we discuss with your mum that she needs to contribute to the water or perhaps use less?
Sharon? Oh,
She's been silenced by the old lady. The old lady's come over the top, just bang her on the head.
Mum's just got her.
No, it's not going to work. It's set in her DNA. She will not change. I've tried so many times. I've showed her the water bills and said, please, Mum, can you not water the concrete?
Yeah.
And she goes, but I've only done it once this week.
I've only done it once this week.
Yeah, and she lies. She's done it way more than once.
Has Mum retired, Sharon?
Oh, yeah. She's retired. She's retired at our place. She's loving it.
I don't know what. I'm sorry.
All the time in the world.
You know what? Your mum
can. All the time in the world to water.
Although we will go after Drizz's money for Harry's electricity bill, I will not go after a pensioner's bank account.
Well,
so.
I mean, it's your inheritance, really, isn't it?
You cannot. So, sorry, you know what? You've stumped us. We cannot help you.
You're going to have to suck that one up, I'm afraid.
So now you're saying it's forced savings if you're...
Indeed. Hopefully you're the only beneficiary.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Sushi.
Love
it. It's food with a greeting.
God, when Japanese first started, when you started, these sushi bars started popping up, my lord, they are a cash-making business.
Your lord?
My lord.
The thing, it's mostly rice.
It is.
Yeah, most of the dish is rice, which is, that's
but
right.
we love it.
Yeah. Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
And it's not something I would ever bother making at home. Do you know what I mean?
I went through a stage.
And,
When I was living in Northridge once, we tried to make sushi.
Yeah.
You can never get the rice, wine, vinegar and the rice
just right.
And it tastes all...
Yeah. Everybody gives it a shot once and then goes, I'm just going to keep buying
There's nothing right about that. You can taste the white person made this one.
Ever tried making rice paper rolls too? Because they get really sticky.
Yeah.
With those sheets once they go in the hot water.
Got no time for that. So a girl that loves sushi, she only usually gets it a couple of times a month as a treat. Her name's Danielle. She's in the US. She was very excited because there was an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet available at Sushi 85 restaurant in Mountain View, California. But just the US $50.
God, I'm going to write that down.
$50 seems a lot for, you go and buy sushi and it's like $7.50.
Yeah, and you think and I can probably I could probably eat 2 rolls.
Yeah,
which is basically maybe one roll that's
that.
cut in. But if I was pushed, I'd probably eat 3.
3 or
maybe
4 max.
But that means sushi's coming out of my knife.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 18 pieces there.
Yeah,
that's a lot, isn't it?
Oh, okay, skinny.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Shane, come on.
Yeah, but I have a inner fat man in me, as we all know. He's very
if
hungry.
you're starving,
but
usually,
but that's not. It's 3 rolls is not $50 worth.
Over at Nippon, what's that? What are those containers? Are there 6 pieces?
Yeah,
6 or 8.
Yeah,
but that's one roll cut up.
Yeah. So I would I could probably usually for a sitting would get 2 of those rolls and I'll feel good. Okay. So anyway, she was very excited about all you can eat and thought, I'm going to make the most of it
and get her $50 worth.
She she ate 32 rolls of sushi. 32 rolls, not pieces. Rolls. She started off with the miso soup. We love miso.
Yeah, no, you don't fill up on the miso though. That's madness.
Then she had 4 gyozas.
Gyozas. They're the little dumplings.
I love them.
Never get those. Then she had jalapeno poppers. And then she moved on to 8 green dragon rolls, 8 snow rolls, 8 California rolls, 8 wakame rolls, and then a helping of edamame.
So she didn't just have the sushi. She had all that other stuff
so 32 rolls?
Yeah.
So that's 192 pieces, what we would normally have. So think about that. It's 192 pieces plus Nathan's just rolled out all the other stuff she's had.
Oh
my Lord.
Following the binge, she was rushed to the emergency room with severe stomach pains because she got home and her stomach was really hard.
Yeah.
And she thought, my the rice is swelling in my stomach. Then the next day she couldn't breathe and all this sort of stuff, which is important. And then her boyfriend took her straight to hospital. She had severe acid reflux.
She has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Severe acid reflux. They had to put drips in her arm and everything like that. She said that she should have listened to her body when it said stop eating. But sometimes when you're at a buffet situation, you ignore your body.
Yeah, if you're Homer Simpson, but if you're a normal human being, surely something kicks in.
I do it all the time. The first time, Nathan, we went to an event was at the Greyhounds. Remember when I attacked that buffet? I had a whole thing going on.
That was the first social thing that Shaun and I did together. And firstly, I went, well, what a polite young man. He started with some soup. And I went, well, this is a bit classy. And then I saw the Beast Unleashed, and it was unbelievable. You were bringing piles of plates back.
Yeah, I had a real go then. There's a couple of others that stick out in my mind. One time I was Spider Burton's wedding, and I had a prawn eating competition with Luke Toyer, I used to play footy with, and we got into the 50. This is after dinner, though.
So you've eaten dinner.
We've eaten
You've
dinner.
had a few drinks,
and then there was
clearly.
the cooked prawns still around, so we've had a few drinks. We decided we'll just go toe-to-toe and see how many we can get to. We got well into the 50s, and then my stomach was so hard.
Or did you get beaten?
We got distracted by a game of bowls being played with the cheese wheels, and so we just...
the competition just petered out.
Yeah, just petered out.
The competition was for nothing in the end.
Yeah. So,
did you win?
No, that's what I just asked.
The competition just petered out. I was so sick. I took myself home because my stomach was so hard. And the other time, obviously, as you guys remember, when we went out for dinner in Sydney and I went bananas on those ribs.
Well, we kind of dared you. Triple dared you.
And then we got the staff involved. So, imagine the rack of ribs of a dinosaur, like a brontosaurus. It was like something from the Flintstones.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
And then Shaun's halfway through and he's done.
And I'm done.
And he's done. And we're going, you're not done. You can do it. And we got all the staff to join in.
And I accused him of being a quitter.
Yeah, that's what you did.
And so he didn't quit. And
then when Natalie and I went back to the hotel to sleep, and then Shaun went running around the streets of Sydney trying to dislodge the meat from his stomach.
It was so bad.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
A young lady ate a lot of sushi at an
32 rolls.
Oh, it's rolls, not pieces. Rolls. Plus some gyozas, edamame, and some miso.
What was she thinking?
It's so funny. She ended up in hospital. But we want to know, have you had some adventures with the all-you-can-eat buffet?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
All right.
First, we just want to say proud of you. Keep going. What'd you do? What'd you do?
Well, it wasn't actually me. I was a witness to it.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the 90s, they used to have a all-you-could-eat KFC in Mirrabooka.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had, I had a group of friends. They were all FIFO guys. So 5 of them and myself went out for the KFC when they flew back, and they ate them out of chicken.
So they literally, there was no more chicken. Well, that's not all you can eat, then, is it?
Yeah,
that's
that
just
is
all
wrong.
they could provide.
That is wrong.
Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah, I remember Homer Simpson did that at that seafood restaurant,
Yes.
Nath, and then he took them on.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest injustice since the never-ending story.
Natalie, but you have stumbled onto a really great concept for a restaurant, all we can provide.
That's right.
And
You can eat until we run out.
$80, all we can provide, and then we're not going to tell you how much we got. And then
Couple
you're
of
like,
toasted
one
sandwiches.
burger. No, we're done. We only had one patty here. There was a all-you-can-eat KFC at just off campus at Curtin University.
Yeah.
And
That would have copped a
over at
hammering.
Karawara.
yeah, and I ate so many nuggets. It was so exciting because it was just piles of nuggets, and I ate so many nuggets. I didn't. It's dangerous because if you eat a lot of something you really love at one time and get sick from it,
puts you off.
It puts you off. So it put me off nuggets for about a couple of years after that. But oh god, it was a good time while it was happening.
Thanks, Sarah. Great memories. Sophie's in Yanchep. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Soph.
Soph, talk to us about all you can eat. What are the dangers and pitfalls?
Oh, God. Well, my husband is obsessed with eating challenges. Normally he does it with his brother, but I was roped into doing a 20 cheeseburger challenge. So we went to McDonald's and ordered 40 cheeseburgers, which they were very shocked at the park, of course.
Yeah.
I thought, well, you always eat a cheeseburger and you always want another one. Ended up eating 4.5. Yeah. So filling, and he ended up eating 18. He couldn't move. His stomach was so distended. He was not good. He didn't even go to work the next day. He felt that shocking.
How did his brother go? Who won that comp?
No, it was just me and him that time. I clearly lost.
You know what you'd be really...
40.
The scariest part of that would be once you had to go and release it into the toilet.
Yeah.
Because that there, I'm imagining, would be...
Not a lot of fibre in it.
The size and weight that you would have to raise it, name it, send it to school. That'd be given birth situation.
Yeah,
I would
with
think
experience,
solid.
yes.
Yes.
It's solid. It's hard to move.
A lot of Metamucil involved there, wasn't it, Shaun? Thanks, Sophie.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Over to the Australian Open to keep Nathan interest for a minute. We got to see Madison Inglis from WA, who was able to win her first ever Grand Slam match.
She's got a big scalp too.
24 years of age. Yeah, she beat Fernandez, was it, who played in the US Open final last year?
Layla. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And guaranteed $150,000 for
How old
making
is
it to the
she?
second round. She's 24.
Oh, good on you, mate.
So she was saying that, it's been a tough time, obviously. She hasn't really got to the level that maybe she'd want to. So she played a lot of events last year, even though she got knocked out, in the hope that she'd just get used to the next level.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Instead of facing these people and being intimidated, you've seen them so often, you played against them, you just get out there and get
Have
the
a
job
crack.
done. So that was really good. Hey, Nick Kyrgios won his match, no surprise there. But he's just got over COVID.
Yeah.
So I didn't know he'd tested positive and had COVID, but it took him a while to get going. But once he got going, he steamrolled his way through, and he'll face Daniil Medvedev, who was almost favourite to win this tournament. That'll be a hard match for him,
I
Nate.
saw some of the highlights from Nick Kyrgios' game. I mean, he looks like a bit of fun to watch when he's not being a prick.
He's
because he serves underarm and stuff like that.
And then the
Between
ball
the
boy.
leg shots
Yeah,
and
the ball
stuff.
boy. So this is the ball boy. So this is Nick serving. The ball boy gets hit. It happens so fast, no one saw it until the replay. But this is
just off the hip. And the crowd, everyone seeing that just as we did.
the ball boy. It's just got him on the side of the hip, right near the groin. 213 kilometres per hour.
Yeah, that is moving.
That ball hit that ball boy. The ball boy's just standing there. You can know he just wants to go, ah! He's just standing there smiling, nodding his head like, oh.
Did nobody tell him he's allowed to move slightly?
That's definitely a giant bruise, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah,
It has
yeah,
to be. 213.
Would it really hurt you too much? It's a tennis ball.
It's 213 k's an hour, Shaun.
Well, wait there. Is there one of those pitching machines here anywhere in Perth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heaps of
That we can fire it at
can
you.
we put it up at 213 kilometres?
Probably.
And fire it at you because you don't reckon it would hurt.
Amy, producer, make some calls.
Yeah,
I'd love to put one in the studio here and just every so often have it hit you.
Oh, can we dial the number down because it's a close range?
No.
No. You reckon it wouldn't hurt?
No.
I'm questioning how much it would hurt. I'm questioning.
I reckon that
We could have the answer.
if that kid could take it, then I think we could take it.
Yeah, I
wouldn't want it.
And by we mean you.
Plenty more action in the Australian Open today. Ash Barty will see her back on court, which is great news. The other thing in the news at the moment, if you open up the paper, you will see that the West Coast Eagles are under fire because they're not getting involved in the Pride game, or with a Pride jumper.
Yeah, they don't have a Pride jumper.
No.
It's not that they're against the Pride round per se, because they put out some social media posts in support of it.
But that was after being called out by the paper.
They're not wearing the...
Yeah, I think they missed the boat here clearly because all the other teams
really
are getting
weird.
involved. They must have just put it on the back burner for whatever reason. It wasn't front
Someone
of mind.
forgot to order them.
And they were going, we're doing the Indigenous jumper.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing at the moment. So that's where our concentrations
It's
were.
a bit
and they've
disappointing.
missed it. It is.
You know,
there's no doubt about it.
It'd be like, I mean, I'm guessing that when's the Indigenous jumpers rolled out? Are they for Indigenous rounds?
Indigenous rounds, yeah.
It wouldn't happen with an Indigenous round in this day and age.
No, and it hasn't.
Yeah, it
for a
wouldn't
number
happen
of
with
years.
that.
So they let it go.
It just shows a little bit of a... I know it wouldn't be, but it seems to be a lack of support for the community.
Yeah, I agree
Given
with what
that the
you're saying.
community is heavily involved in women's
Oh my
football,
God.
it seems like a real misstep.
It's clearly a misstep, and I don't for a second think that they're prejudiced at all.
No,
West Coast Eagles. I know that they've missed this, and I can guarantee someone's getting their ass kicked. Don't you reckon?
It's going to roll.
Yeah. I do really want to see them for the men's round, though, being made from mesh with nipple clamps.
It's only a matter of time.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Let's start on what we saw on the news last night, and that is a couple of English cricketers and a few Australians who are having an absolute bender because they'd finished the Ashes series. Yeah. Five test series that went on for months and months. And they got a bit of a noise complaint. So the cops came down at 6 a.m. in the morning and said, hey, it's time to shut up this shop.
Time to move on. Go to bed is actually what they told them.
Yeah, go to bed. They weren't going bananas or
No.
anything. I was sitting around just chewing the fat. The English Cricket Board, they are investigating the captain, of course, Joe Root, but...
and also the
Jimmy Anderson, who's there, and Graham Thorpe, who released the video.
Yeah, he took the video, yeah.
What we saw is them just sitting around calmly, like having a chat. We don't know what happened before that.
No. Well, by all reports, they were just
drinking
the
and
whole
laughing.
Time.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think
there's nothing going to come of this.
Putting it into a session at 6 a.m. is fairly reasonable, and it wasn't like they were resisting it or mouthing off. They just went, fair enough.
Yeah, the police said that they'd been asked to wrap it up and they didn't. So that would have been a bit annoying for the people.
I think the venue was trying to close as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when was the last time you would have seen the day through?
What do you mean?
Like 6 a.m.
A session that's gone. And they were still in
the day.
whites.
Remember the recovery cruise?
Oh, well, you went on it. I didn't. I know you had to walk home from one.
Yeah, I know. It's a terrible day. So back in the day, you'd go out clubbing all night and then there would be, I think it was Redheads. Then you'd go into Redheads and then that was like a morning club. And then probably about 11 o'clock in the morning, a recovery
Even the fact that
cruise.
it's called a morning club.
Yeah,
there's some red flags there, aren't there? Come on.
Then you go from that to a recovery cruise and jump on a cruise. And it was just hilarious because it was such a mixture of just everyone that didn't want to go to sleep, from bikies to drag queens to
didn't want to or couldn't.
Exactly. So then you'd be on this like cruise, and then you just like cruise up and down the river, and and they had a DJ on there and stuff like that. And then you're right, one time it was so I just had enough, so I got off at Bicton, and then realised I had no money to get home. So I went to a dance party the night before, and I had black plastic pants on, and it was so hot the next day that I had to take my pants off. I was walking home in my jocks and his
from
black
Bicton to where?
Pants.
Como?
Bicton to South Perth.
Yeah.
And then was having sips of water out of people's hoses from their front yard. Just to get
clearly homeless people to be thinking, oh, look at this poor homeless guy. Yeah, let him have a drink of water.
Back in the day.
Put the dog bowl out for him.
So the Australian cricket team all of a sudden don't look so bad.
No, they certainly don't.
They really don't.
They all had their pants on.
Justin Langer, he had an interview yesterday, and we did speak about Justin's position and whether he really wanted to continue. He says he does.
Yep.
And he says at the moment, right, so he hasn't been offered a contract. He's saying that imagine if Dave Rennie, who's the Australian Wallabies coach, right, in rugby union. So imagine if Dave Rennie coached the Wallabies to win the Bledisloe Cup and the World Cup in the same year, because that's what he's saying the equivalent is, and they never extended his contract. It'd just be anarchy.
Yeah.
So he's right.
It's like a footy coach winning a premiership and then they're going, yeah, okay, no, we're going to let you go. It's like you just wouldn't do it.
Happened at Claremont a couple of years ago, actually, when the coach just lost the grand final by,
well, he should have won. He should have won the grand final.
Yeah, that was a lesson learned. And finally, I just want to mention that Melbourne are the only state at the moment who have been urged to go for the 2026 Commonwealth Games. No other country actually wants it, and Melbourne are being urged to it. I think sooner or later, and whether it's that time, WA need to have a crack. The last time we got involved was about in the 60s, so might have been 62, 64. Perry Lakes was born out of that.
They were called the Empire Games.
Empire Games.
It was that long ago, yeah.
I'd like to see something like that brought to WA. Not when we're 100 years old, because we're getting there.
I mean, maybe open the state first.
Yeah, I know it's great to look forward, but let's just work out how many hospital beds we can get for the next year first.
Let's get through 2022.
Let's see how many West Australians are left after this year.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.